Hello everybody, Mark here at 100% Pure Elvis. Thank you for taking the time out to return to the channel today, and I hope this all sees you well. And if this is your first time tuning in to the 100% Pure Elvis channel, welcome aboard. So today it was my day off from work. My partner has gone away for the week to Torquay on holiday, so I'm left home alone for a week. So there's going to be quite a lot of uploads this week for you all to enjoy. And again, I was shopping today in my local charity shops in Coventry in the United Kingdom, and I was also looking into one of my favourite record stores in Coventry, and one of the charity shops that I visited had an album that I have been after for such a long time, and I was so excited when I saw this album. I just had to purchase it, and the front sleeve is not in the best of conditions, but again, for the price, for me, well worth the price. The album in question is the 1968 album, Elvis the NBC TV Special soundtrack album. And what I mean is, as you can see, there is slight scuff mark here where the front cover has slightly come away. But besides that, it is in such great condition. And for me, believe it or not, this only cost me £2 from the charity shop. Now, again, that's why I had to add it to my collection, because I have been after this album for so long. I have seen this album on eBay, Discogs, and they always go for 20, 25 to £30. And again, this is the first time I have seen this album in Coventry in a charity shop. When I go to my normal record shops and charity shops in Coventry, I've never come across a copy of this before, believe it or not. So that's why I've been after this for quite a long time. So I went into my local charity shop, and the charity shop was Myton Hospice. And again, they had this in their vinyl section where their secondhand vinyl is. And that's the only thing that's wrong with it, is this tear on the front here. And on the back, nothing wrong with the back of it at all. Look at that. Many images of Elvis from the 1968 NBC Special. Let me talk you through the catalogue number on this release. And the catalogue number is PL 42370, PL 42370. And I love everything about that front cover image from the NBC TV Special soundtrack album. Elvis singing If I Can Dream with his name in bright red light behind himself. I think that is such a superb album cover. And on the back, such great images from the 1968 NBC Special. Let me talk you through the track listing. So side one, we have Trouble Guitar Man, Lordy Miss Claudie, Baby What You Want Me to Do, Devil in Disguise, medley of Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, All Shook Up, Can't Help Falling in Love, Jailhouse Rock, Dialogue, Love Me Tender. Side two, Dialogue, Where Could I Go But to the Lord, Up Above My Head, Saved, Dialogue, Blue Christmas, Dialogue, One Night, Memories, medley of Nothingville, Dialogue, Big Boss Man, Guitar Man, Little Egypt, Trouble, Guitar Man, If I Can Dream, which, as we all know, closed the show. In the United Kingdom, this album reached the number 2 chart position in the UK album charts. So again, so happy to add this into the collection. And let me share with you the vinyl inside. So it's in its usual white protective sleeve inside. I think this is possibly its original sleeve, and it's on the orange RCA Victor label here. Get closer in there. It is in such great condition, and for £2 I just had to add it to the collection. Now, let me get that back in. I will also, when I find a better copy, purchase it, because again, I like my sleeves to be in the best condition possible. But for £2, and with me being after this album for quite a long time, for me, I was more than happy to pay the £2 to the charity shop. And again, I love everything about this release from 1968. Elvis getting back to what he does best, being in front of a live audience, and then obviously catapulted him back to near the top of the charts on both sides of the Atlantic. And for me, when I talk about the NBC special, I always try not to call it the comeback special, because again, the comeback special means Elvis had gone away. I mean, obviously, Elvis was still in the limelight, doing his movies, doing his soundtrack to the movies. I think, obviously, calling it a comeback special, I think that means it meant coming back in front of a live audience, showing, singing old records and also new, doing something different. And I think Elvis needed to do that at that time. We all know Colonel Tom Parker wanted something totally different for the NBC special. He wanted to be more Christmas themed. And I think that is a decision Elvis shied away from, and for good reason. I don't think it would have done anything for Elvis if he would have gone down that road of doing the Christmas theme. And I think Steve Binder, who I've had the privilege of meeting, and I've got his book and it's signed. Again, it's just producer director of the NBC special. What a top man. And the black leather, where'd you start with that? I mean, so iconic. And then you're talking about the white suit at the end where he sings If I Can Dream. Iconic. So when you think about the 1968 special, when I talk to my mum or my brother or whoever about the 1968 special, the first thing you think about is the black leather suit. And then you would possibly think about the white suit at the end where he is singing If I Could Dream. When I think about the 1968 special, I think about every part of the show, even the gospel part in the middle, groundbreaking of its time. As we all know, some parts of that could not be broadcasted at the time. But for me, I don't think Elvis looked better. I mean, looked healthy, tanned. He looked really happy to be back in front of a live audience. I also think you could see the nerves as well. Do you agree with me on that? I think he looked very nervous. I love the fact that, I mean, as they call it now, MTV Unplugged do it, don't they? Where they're in the round, the star singing to their adoring fans. Elvis started that with the NBC special in the round with his musicians singing to his fans around him. That all started in 1968, and Elvis was at the forefront of that. So again, something else Elvis brought that has continued to this day. But again, I'm so happy to add this to my collection, and for only £2, again, I'm so happy. And when I talk about purchasing Elvis on record, you know, sometimes I will talk to individuals that are collectors of Elvis, but again, they will ask me what sort of prices should I be paying. To me, it all goes down to the funds that you have available. You know, for me, there is Elvis records out on the market that I would love to own in my collection, but I can't justify the prices that they are. But when I go out and look for an Elvis record, I go into charity shops, record stores, vinyl, like record fairs when they're on local to where I live. I mean, where I live in the United Kingdom, my favourite place to go and purchase Elvis records from is in Stratford upon Avon. There is a fantastic record seller there who always has a vast collection of Elvis. And also I've got a good friend called Ian who has his own record store in Coventry Market, who I buy quite a lot of as well. So again, when I look at purchasing Elvis on record or on CD, etc., I look at, first of all, I look at the price. Do I have this in my collection already? Or if it is the same record, but with a different catalogue number or a different photo on front and back, I will purchase it because that's the sort of collector I am. I am an avid Elvis collector. And for me, I always, so this cost me £2. If the record inside was scuffed, scratched, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. It's not worth it, is it? You know, you wouldn't pay £2 for an Elvis record to then get the record home to see that it was scratched and smudged. Any charity shop or record shop, they will always allow you to look at the record inside. If they don't, alarm bells should ring. Some sellers, which I totally agree with, they might not allow you to touch the vinyl or record. They will get the record out of its sleeve, and they will show you both sides. Please look at both sides of the record. But charity shops, whenever I look in a charity shop, I always look at the record inside. I always ask permission. I never just do it. I always ask, and they will always say yes. And then I will look at the record inside to see what sort of condition it is in. And if it is in the sort of condition like it looks like it's got no scratches, no imperfections, I will purchase it. So when I purchased this today at £2, you know, straight away what I did, I went to the lady at the counter in the charity shop at Myton Hospice, and I asked her, could I look at the record inside? She goes, please do. And once I looked at the record inside, I was very happy to purchase this record at £2. Again, the lady at the counter was talking to me about Elvis and about the 1968 special. She was an older lady who could remember that time, and she remembers how special it felt at that time. So again, I just want to close off by saying I'm so happy to add Elvis, the NBC TV Special soundtrack album to my collection, an album that I have been after for possibly more than 10 years into my record collection. I've got it on CD many times over. This is the first time that I own it on record with an outstanding price of only £2. Please share your thoughts on this album from 1968. Now, the catalogue number for this release, it comes up with the year 1978. So this is a reissue of Elvis NBC TV Special. So this is a reissue from 1978, 10 years after. But again, it doesn't bother me that it's not the original. I will find the original eventually. I mean, I could actually purchase it online, which I probably will do now, and get the original into my collection. So again, please share your memories of the NBC special from 1968. Please share your memories of this great record release. And again, when you think about the NBC special, what do you think about first, the black leather suit or the white suit at the end? Is it the music? Is it the gospel section? To me, it's everything. For me, I adore the black leather Elvis. I think he looks stunning. But this here with the white suit singing If I Can Dream, that gets to me. It goes to my heart. Absolutely stunning. Such a great record, and a song that was needed at the time. So for me, I prefer the white suit. Please share your feelings below. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to my channel, 100% Pure Elvis today. I just want to say, if you know anyone who is an Elvis fan who hasn't yet checked out the 100% Pure Elvis channel, please share my channel with them, and please get them to subscribe. It will help make my channel grow, And to every single one of you who have supported me along the way, it really means a lot to me. And as I sign out, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. That's most important to me. And love to you all. And I'll speak soon, everybody. Bye-bye.